From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Atlanta Braves. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Jeffrey Saul is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got over 200 innings, which tells me he's thrown deep into a lot of ball games. Looking to do the same here in this one.
Matt Joyce strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Tampa Bay, left fielder, number 20.
First pitch of the night is over for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:10 p.m. EK, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
Well, I don't know if it's an old saying or not, but if you can play 750 ball at home, 500 on the road, you'd win 100 games. Well, this has been an 800 homestand for them so far. They're 4-1. They'd love to keep that going here.
And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, Evan Longoria has been tearing it up lately. He's currently pacing the American League in runs batted in, so he'll definitely be a threat at the plate in this one, especially with runners on base.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitters count, 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
And Upton's got this one. 2 away now. And with that, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Evan Longoria will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Boy, just an amazing season he's had so far, and he's in the top 5 in average. Maybe he can get enough hits to push himself into that #1 spot.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Rays. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he comes into this ball game having already eclipsed the 300 strikeout plateau. He's been absolutely dominant this year. We'll see if he can add to that total here in this one.
Jason Hayward comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Jason Hayward.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, all you can really say is
got the division title in their back pocket already. Now it's just a matter of playing for the seeding and maybe getting a few of your guys a day off or two before the real fun begins.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Price gets his sign. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now a chance here in Atlanta to take a look at the Braves starting lineup. Steve, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, they know they're playing on a team that has a great team ERA, so just a couple of runs can be enough for them to get victories.
Andrelton Simmons will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, he had a little bit of a rough one yesterday, but this is a guy they're counting on. He's driven in 9 runs over his last 10 games.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2.
I think that's enough toying with him now. I bet he comes right at him on 2-2.
A shot down the first baseline. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, they're playing behind the American League leader in strikeouts. That probably means not a lot of opportunities for them today, but you've got to stay on your toes. Be ready at every pitch. You can't just assume there's going to be a ton of swing and misses. You're going to get a chance.
Justin Upton will stand in as you take a look at that highlighted column on your screen. He's closing in on that home run title.
All year long, he's been able to hit the ball out of the ballpark, and he's hit 4 home runs in his last 10 games.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Cabrera's there. Throw on Deloney is in time for the 3rd out. Down in order go the Braves. After 1, no score. Will Myers will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Oh, you look for a guy to produce? He's got 9 RBIs in his last 10 games, and he had another good one yesterday as well.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And this pitch is looked at for a ball, and that'll even the count to the Rays right fielder at 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Hard liner toward short. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. When you're having that kind of success at the plate, it just builds confidence. Another nice game for him here as well.
In now, James Loney, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And now third base coach Tom Foley's waving him home. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, this is what happens when you allow that leadoff man to get on base. I thought they might hold him at third with nobody out, but he comes all the way around to score from first on the RBI double.
As Drupal Cabrera will dig in now, knowing he'll need to turn it on here down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that batting title.
What a tremendous year with the bat he's had. Right now, 4th in the league in average.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. For Loney, that's now 7 doubles for him on the season. No one out with a runner at second. A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Batting 7.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Kevin Kiermaier will stand in, and as we give you a look at his splits versus right and left, he's had the better of right-handers, that's for sure. A changeup floats outside here for ball one. Boy, and after that good first inning, not the same here in the second.
He's kind of looking a little shell-shocked out there. Like even he can't figure out what's going on.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Villanueva is right there, and he's retired here, 1 away.
You know what? It's never too early in a ball game to play smart, fundamental baseball. You've got the leadoff man at second, so he's just shooting for the right side of the infield. And he's able to move him up 90 feet to third with just 1 away.
John Jaso will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
And he doesn't want to give in here, even on a 1-2 count. Not with the base open and the pitcher on deck.
A man at third with one away. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Yeah, and unless he was going on his own down there at third, they were using that contact play where you're told wherever and whenever the ball's hit, you're off and running. You're not even paying attention to what's going on. You've got to go. They love to play an aggressive style on the bases, and it gets them a run right there.
Standing in now, David Price. And he lays off there 1-0. His frustration may be starting to boil over a little bit.
Yeah, he needed a little help there from the home plate umpire, but he's not getting any.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Villanueva over to his left. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom of the second. The Rays are out in front, 3-0. Freddie Freeman stands in for the first time now, and he's been in fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over these past 8 ball games. In there, no balls and a strike.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Price is ready. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Evan Gattis gets his first try now, and he's seen that average climb the last week or so. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Gloved by Loney, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. Into the windup and the pitch. And a good changeup there by Price as he jumps ahead, strike one. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. Matt Joyce is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And the third inning begins with a changeup that misses. It's a ball and no strikes. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. In there, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two and two.
He definitely doesn't want a redo of that second inning, so it'd help him immensely if he could get the leadoff man here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he takes strike three cold on the fastball. One gone. So with one gone now, let's take a look at the Rays' upcoming schedule for the week to follow, as we'll be here bringing you every game, every step of the way. Ben Zobrist is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And they'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
So 2 are gone here in the Tampa Bay third inning. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Rays go in order 1-2-3, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Alexis Villanueva will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Price into his motion. Here's the pitch. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Fastball called strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Melvin Upton will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Jeffrey Saul will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Will Myers is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
First pitch on its way. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Myers will turn for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. So he's into scoring position here on that double that kicks off the 4th inning. And as we check the Rays leaderboard, he currently finds himself 2nd in that category.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
Stepping in, James Loney. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Upton will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
That's just a textbook case right here. By not advancing the runner on that previous at-bat, that would have been a run. Instead, now you've got 2 outs and a runner only at third.
Now at the plate, Kevin Kiermaier. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Well, don't let them score on a wild pitch.
The 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Three runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. All even at 2-2. Here it is. 3-2 now.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need to grind out your at-bats, especially as a bottom-of-the-order guy. So this is a good job so far.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. High pop-up. Johnson is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Tampa. They lead it 3-0. Jason Hayward will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Price sets his sights. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone. Our next telecast comes your way tomorrow afternoon in high definition as these two teams wrap up this 3-game set, and you get a look there at the expected starters for tomorrow's contest. Andrelton Simmons stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Braves are still looking to break into the hit column here. Tap foul at home plate. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kiermaier is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
And not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Justin Upton digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. They trail in this one 3-0. John Jaso heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. In there, strike 1. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
No, the pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Good idea with the change, but it's 2-1.
One strike.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive to the left side, and Simmons won't have a shot. It's over his head for a base hit.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
The pitcher, David Price, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
It's one thing to go 2-0 on a guy, but it's another to do it to a pitcher, and still another to do it to an American League pitcher. You've got to throw a strike right here.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
And not only has he been dominant on the mound, he's now out hitting the opposition as well. It's tough to do much better than that.
Matt Joyce will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Hard liner to center field. That's in there. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
So far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count, and these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Henry Germano is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Ben Zobrist will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so he probably won't be working the corners.
3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Oh, and he struck him out. A big strikeout there with the bases loaded, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, this is definitely a rough spot to get thrown into a ball game. Bases loaded, nobody out, but he's up to the task here and gets a huge first out here on the strikeout.
And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. And that misses for ball 1.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Lifted in the air out to right. Upton is there. Let's see if they test it. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game.
And with 1 out and the bases loaded, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're out there on the mound. They do give up 1 run with the sacrifice fly, but with 2 outs now, they're much closer to avoiding what could have been a huge inning.
Here's Will Myers, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. That misses. 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
He struck him out. In and out of trouble as the inning is over. Rays will settle for just the 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Rays lead it 4-0. With Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning for Atlanta. In there at the knees, strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And he'll take this to the bag, 3 unassisted for the first out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah, folks, here we are near the end of the season, and he's among the American League leaders in that category. Second, in fact. Opposing batters have not been having a lot of fun against him. Pretty intimidating when you're facing a guy with an ERA like he's carrying around.
Evan Gattis will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Calling for it, Longoria. 2 gone.
The batter, number 23.
A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. At the plate, Chris Johnson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Grounded to third. Longoria's got it. Throw on to Loney. He'll take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 4-0. James Loney will lead things off as the Rays look to get something going in their half of the 6th.
First baseman, number 21.
First delivery to him on the way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Now to the plate as Asdrubal Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is where he's so comfortable hitting righties so far this year really well, hitting over 300 on the year.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
A runner at first with no outs here. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And here's a swing and a miss from Cabrera as he's set down on strikes, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, and on this pitch right here, you got to make up your mind just a little more quickly up there. This is a ball that you got to think about maybe taking to left field, but instead, his swing is just a little bit late. He pulls off a little bit, and now he's going to go sit down.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
That may have been one of those situations where you wonder if he's not going to be able to throw him out at first. Maybe that's one where you try and see if that would have gone foul.
John Jaso will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Right there for strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Back to him, and that's off his leg. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound.
Gotta hope he's okay on the mound. And this one will go down as an infield single, and a pretty painful one at that. It looks like he's all right out there, but things are getting worse for him now as this thing's going to load the bases.
David Price will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
The 0-1 pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret you've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. This one's down to third. Oh, look at Johnson to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back to Turner Field following this. Alexis Villanueva will step in to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Melvin Upton is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
First offering on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And a lot of times you might say, you know, 4-run lead, we'll make that up. But I tell you, the way he's throwing the ball right now, they might be fortunate just to get 1 run off him.
Conrad Casto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Conrad Casto.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes on 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They trail here 4-0. Back here at Turner Field, we're in the 7th with the Rays out in front, and let's get you caught up with our game summary for the first 6 innings. Luis Avilan is on out of the bullpen now as he gets to work in his 60th game of the season.
Luis Avilan.
Matt Joyce digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
The left fielder, number 20, Matt Joyce.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Hayward over to his left. And that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Ben Zobrist will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Line drive to center field. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he'll take a look at ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runner at first here, one man out. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
He sure can. A very wide arm angle. Comes from the first base side. It's not straight either. It's moving.
And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now. From the stretch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
Here's Will Myers. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Ready with the 1-0. 2-0.
Now on 2-0, we've got a fastball count, and we've got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble if he indeed gets one out over the plate.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. Hayward will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Rays strand just the one, but they're in front 4-0. Leading off the inning, Jason Hayward, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Lifted in the air out to left. Joyce has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number one.
The shortstop, number 19.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
Andrelton Simmons will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Whew. That's one of his best pitches tonight.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
Well, that might be his way of saying, look, enough of the foul balls already.
Price still working on the shutout through 6 1/3. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
The left fielder, number 8.
All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Here's Justin Upton now. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
Well, he started off this way, and he continues on. He's throwing first pitch strikes to 80% of the batters he's faced, and we're late in this ballgame, and that's why he's on top.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Claude Bass will come on now and make his 55th appearance of the year.
20, Claude Bass.
James Loney ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
As Drupal Cabrera ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker, strike 1.
And that's what he needed to do after the 4-pitch walk. Come right back and get ahead versus the next guy.
Nobody out, runner on first. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. Simmons on to Freeman, and they get the double play.
Well, the one thing this guy definitely has coming in out of the bullpen is that hard sinking fastball. And here it is in all its glory as he gets the big double play ball to take away the pressure.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Johnson ranges to his right. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Rays held in check here. They lead it 4-0. Freddie Freeman will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Low for ball one.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Sharply hit ball back up the middle. Base hit. And the perfect game will go by the wayside. So he makes it through 7 innings, but they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game here in inning number 8. Evan Gattis will stand in, and Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Price pauses. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side, but this is speared by the first baseman. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Chris Johnson will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Now the first pitch here from Price. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a liner, but foul. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozens strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked the batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Stepping in now, Alexis Villanueva. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. 1 left for Atlanta. They're down 4-0. Back here in the ATL with baseball on the show. Set to go in the 9th from Turner Field. John Jaso ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
There's a line drive to the left side, and Simmons won't have a shot. It's over his head for a base hit.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
David Price steps in for a 4th plate appearance tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game.
Yeah, he's been in total control of this game, man. I see no reason to be going with anybody else out there on the mound right now.
On to first by Johnson, and there's 1 gone.
Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of him.
Into the box now, Matt Joyce. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
And I think they'd stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
One out and a runner on second base. Drilled right back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And the recovery throw is too late, and there are 2 on with 1 away now.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
He's set. Here it comes. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
And here's a sinker that causes him to back away, as that just about got him.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, pitchers got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And he won't go down and get that one, so he's in front now 3-0. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
Ground ball to second. This could be two. Simmons on to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Striding in to start the ninth, Melvin Upton, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Oh, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
He continues to plow right through these guys. My man's working on a one-hit shutout.
Ken Haight will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 32, Ken Haight.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. Kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Jason Hayward will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
And the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Boy, what a performance of pitching that we just saw. He was so close to putting his name into the record books, but he's going to have to settle for that complete game one-hitter.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, David Price. Take a snapshot of that. He's our top player of the game.
You have to figure he'll probably be replaying that one hit he allowed over and over in his mind tonight. Nevertheless, he was absolutely brilliant on the mound all throughout.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 4-0. Good night from Atlanta.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rays, 4 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For Atlanta, no runs, just 1 hit, no errors. They left 1 man on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Turner Field, 50,096. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.